What's up, world? It is Chris Anthony coming at you live and direct one more time. And on my videos, I usually like to talk about things that uncover who you are, help you discover who you are and what your makeup is and what makes you unique and pretty much you knowing yourself. I like to dive into those subjects and then continue to add different information that gives you new perspectives, new points of views on a lot of different things. Just kind of broadening your awareness, because I'm always doing that to myself, so I like to share that with everybody else. Saying that, what I want to talk about today is going to be energy signatures. So energy signatures is something that only you have. It's what makes you unique. It's the energy or the output signal that you have and that you send off into the world, the vibrations, the vibes that you have, how you affect other people, how you influence your surroundings, how other people affect you. You have an energy signature like nobody else has. You have something that makes you unique like nobody else has. So you do certain things that nobody else can do. And you come from a point of view that nobody else has. Just like everybody has their own fingerprint, everybody has their own unique makeup, and nobody else can copy it. And if they do copy it, then they're forging your signature. Just like in business, in any document, if you were to sign something and send it off for business, and they got it and they saw that it wasn't how your last signature was, or nowhere near how your last signature was, they could say that somebody forged your signature, because they have these devices that look closely into a signature and they know if you signed it or you didn't. It's also a profession of people who can look at somebody's signature and know all these things about them. They can know all these psychological things about them, like if they're a bold person, if they're a shy person, if they're passive, if they're energetic, if they're deceitful. They can figure out all these different things about you just by looking at your signature. So the same thing goes into your energy signature. You have this unique energy signature that only you carry. And you can tell, because when you come around your friends, when you come around certain people, you influence them in a way that nobody else can. Now, a lot of times we don't know this because we're ourselves and we can't see the other, effects that other people have on, other people. But you have an effect on people. You have an effect on conversations. You have an influence on the way people think. Let's say a conversation, for instance. Let's say your friends were having a conversation and you weren't there in the beginning, and then you just happen to walk in to the conversation. You have a certain influence on the conversation, and it usually turns a certain way, or it takes on another form, because you add your input. You add your signal into it. You add your vibrations into it. So everybody carries this. And the more you get to know it, the deeper you get into knowing who you are and what you represent and what your energy signature is, then you can know what direction you want to head in. You have like a blueprint for life, and you can know what you're supposed to do, what your purpose is at the end of the day, because you attract certain situations, you attract certain people, you attract all these different things because of your energy signature. Now, we can start at astrological signs, for instance. Everybody has a different astrological sign because they were born at a different time of the month, and they were born when this planet was squaring this planet and the sun was in this position, and you were born at this time of day. So you have a ascendant sign and a moon sign and a sun sign. Now your sun sign has to do with the month that you were born in. So if you were born, let's say, in between February and March, then you're a Pisces. Or if you were born in April or something, you're an Aries. And it goes on and on depending on what month you were born in. And your astrological sign tells you a lot of attributes of yourself. It gives you a perspective into what this person usually looks like, or is, or represents, or likes, or goes after, or positions that this person has that's born inside of this month. So that's where you can start a lot of times when you're trying to figure out your energy signature. You start at your astrological sign, and then you can move on to your life path number by adding up all of the numbers that are in your birthday and putting them all together. Then you know your life path number. And it's a lot of different things, a lot of different tools you can go into. I started to study a lot of things about myself and I was always studying like my astrological sign, my life path number, my ascendant sign, my moon sign. How does this affect me? How does that affect me? All these different things. I mean, I go into the Chinese astrological everything, like, because I just want to know more and more about myself, because I want to know what direction I'm going to head in. And a lot of times this helps you kind of bring together a lot of experiences that you've had, and you'll say, oh man, that does happen, or this does happen because I'm this type of sign, or I am attracted to these things. Now some people don't believe in that at all. They don't believe that a sign can affect your life. I happen to believe in it because I've seen it with my own eyes, but it's different perspectives that people take on it. But that's one way. Another way, the best way, is just by kind of going into yourself, spending some time with yourself, like I always say, investing into yourself, and just starting to realize what type of vibe you have, what type of aura you give off. Aura is one thing, you know, and a lot of people, everybody has an aura, everybody has a different color or a different size of aura, and there's some people that can actually see auras. But I believe an energy signature is something else. It's something more personal, more specific, more, you know, just precise at the end of the day. So your energy signature is something that you kind of research inside of yourself, and when you start to see it in your interactions that you have with people, and the interactions that you have with the universe and your surroundings and your reality, then you kind of start to pinpoint your energy signature. And this is not in no category that I kind of made up for different energy signatures. If you research it deeper, you see other people actually speak on energy signatures, is what I started to find out after I thought about it first. You know, not saying I came up with it, but I was just thinking on it myself, and I wondered if other people have ran into it too, and I found out online that other people do speak about energy signatures. So great minds think alike, and everybody pretty much can come up with almost the same idea, because we're all part of the same consciousness, the same energy field, the same energy that moves the planets and the suns is actually in us too, and it moves us. So, but you have this energy signature, like I said, that is unique to you, and once you find out about that and you get deeper and deeper into that, then what happens inside of life is that things start culminating a lot easier, because you're not fighting against your energy signature. You're not fighting against the footprint that you leave. You're actually moving in it, and you're moving towards it, and you're actually, you know, being a part of the culminating events that happen in your life, instead of it being against you or it's just happening by happenstance. Because nothing really happens that way. It's always something that we do. It's an effect that we have on our surroundings as to why things play out the way they do in our lives. So you knowing your energy signature and how you affect your surroundings, how you affect people that are around you, how you influence other people's energies, is something that is good to know, because once you know this, then you know how you can help other people out, or you know what to do with certain people that come against you. You know how you don't fit into certain boxes, you don't fit into certain situations. You're not like these certain groups, or you are like these certain groups, and you kind of find out, you know, what tribe you're supposed to be part of. At the end of the day, your energy signature gives you insight into all these things, because you know what kind of signal you put out, and you know what kind of signal you interact with and you actually connect with. So your energy signature is something that you need to kind of figure out. I know it's nothing that's really concrete and you can kind of look at and be like, okay, that's my energy signature. It takes more time. It takes you just wanting to know yourself more and more. I'm not going to say that it takes years to happen. You know, if you're focusing on it, I believe you can get it just like that. It's just something that kind of popped in my head, and I started to research it myself, because I would just see so many transactions and interactions that I was having with other people, and I would see the influences, you know, that affected me, and how I affected, you know, my surroundings and affected other people. And I started to see that it was a more energetic thing. It was a more vibrational thing. The vibrations that I sent off, how people would treat me back. And let's say, for instance, because I have like a healing type of energy, and a lot of times when I get around people, they open up, or they get comfortable, and they kind of want to talk a lot. and you know, they want to just share their life with me, or share something that's going on with them that's just not quite right. A lot of times because of the energy that I put out unknowingly. You innately have this energy, and it's always pouring out of you depending on who you are. Now you may, you know, be somebody that's, let's say, like a leader, or a healer, or a creative person, or an analytical energy, or all these things. You'll know by the way people act when they come around you. There's certain things that people will do, there's certain things that people can't do, or they'll feel uncomfortable doing around you, depending on what energy signature you have. So if you start to notice this, then it gives you more insight into your energy signature. And once you know this, like I said, you can move and maneuver through life in a different type of way, because you know your signal that you're giving off, you know the signals that you connect up with. So look into your energy signature. I'm probably going to make another video on this to give some more information on it. I was just thinking about it today, and I wanted to talk about it and get more into it, because I know it's something that we all have. And once you think like this and know that you have this unique energy signature, then it's certain things that happens in life that's a lot better, you know, than before, when you didn't know you had an energy signature, or when you didn't know you had this energy footprint that was unique to you, that only you carry. So look into that. Let me know, you know, if it's something that's for real or not, because I know I carry something like that, and everybody else does. And if you like this video, subscribe, like it, share it, all that stuff. It's Chris Anthony. Peace.